All dogs are great in some way. Many have boundless energy, others are content to sit and watch. But most dogs just want to go for a run, bark a bit, be with their owners, chase a ball, see other dogs and have a good meal each day. But they all have an appetite for life. They're our partners, friends and companions. All give unconditional love. They really are man's best friends. G'day. Welcome to the Lucky Dog Great Australian Dog of the Year special. I'm here with Tiger and PJ, and even though they're not nominated in the competition, I still think they're great dogs, mainly because they're my neighbours. Now, I'd be willing to bet that most people out there with dogs would think their dog had the potential to be a great Australian Dog of the Year. And that's the simple idea behind this competition. At the end of the show, we'll be asking you to vote for your favourite dog. And by voting, you can go into a draw to win $1,000. We sent each of the finalists a video camera as part of their prize. So you'll be able to make your decision from our stories and their home videos.
Oh, wow. Look at that one.
These people really love their dogs.
And here are the judges that have selected 12 finalists in the Lucky Dog Great Australian Dog of the Year competition. And chairman of selectors is Yasmin Necula from Friskies. Yasmin, what sort of time have you had trying to select 12 finalists from this sea of applications?
Well, Alan, it's been extremely difficult to choose. All of these entries have come from great Australian dogs. We've had thousands of them, but unfortunately we can only select 12.
So, here are the finalists. Peppy, Chippy, Max, Jackson, Joffa, Jessie, Scruff, Nugget, Harry, Missy, Leo and Tango. Here I am at Milton Stud in a beautiful South Queensland valley near Toogoolawah. And with me is the first of our 12 finalists. Young Peppy is sitting on Susie Young's lap over there, and Peppy has a very special relationship with horses. But Susie can tell you all about that.
Peppy doesn't realise he's a poodle. He just thinks he's a working dog that loves working with horses.
Peppy's looking a bit excited out the back there, Susie.
Oh, he loves going to work. Yeah, he loves going to work.
Now, in case you're wondering, Peppy's coat is left long to protect him from snake bites and clashing hooves. Oh, now, wait a minute, Susie. You're not going to tell me this little dog is going to round up all these horses.
You've got to see it to believe it.
Get to it, Peppy.
Come on, Peppy.
How is it he doesn't get run over?
They kick too high and he's too quick.
There, oh, he's off now. Do working horses, do you have to train him?
No, we wanted a little toy dog for the house, but he wouldn't stay in the house. He wanted to come to work, he wanted to go everywhere we went, and he just took off with the horses, just loves them. Just does it all naturally, there's no training, he just loves them.
There we go. And he's happy with himself too, look at that.
Rusty, our working dog, he's just learnt to sit back now and rely on Peppy going out and doing the work because he knows he does it well. Paws on the whole farm, everywhere we go, since he was about 6 months old, just willing. He's always on call, he never wants a sick day, he never wants anything in return, he just wants our love, and he's just always there, and we thought that, yep, he's one of them that hopefully would get picked out and noticed. He even thinks he's a working dog, to the extent that he eats like a working dog.
Peppy's love of the outdoors started one day when he followed Susie to where she was working on the tractor.
He came down and he just stopped in front of the tractor. I had to stop to pick him up, and he's done it ever since.
So, Susie, did you shoot a home video of Peppy?
Yeah, certainly did. A lot of different stuff than what you've got, though.
I'll bet. Well, why don't you introduce the video?
No way, it's your job.
Fair enough. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a video of a very special dog called Peppy. Well, I'm sure you'll agree that Peppy was a great way to start our show. But while I practice my grooming, I want you to go and visit our second dog, Chippy. Chippy's a golden retriever in Diamond Creek in Victoria. Now, Chippy is a complete contrast to Peppy. Chippy is helping to change the lives of kids in a special developmental school.
For our pet program day, I packed Chippy's special bag, and once he knows those leads are in there, he doesn't leave that bag for one moment. He guards the bag all night. Come on, Chippy. Come on, Missy.
Ingrid Martin introduced her dog Chippy to the special school 2 years ago.
You having a nice time, Sam?
Yes.
Is Chippy nice and soft?
Yes, it's soft.
Give him a tickle.
Yeah.
Chippy initially came along and people saw, because of his unique personality and gentleness and the way he responded to people, and our students in particular, how the potential for including a pet therapy program in the school.
Let's go. That's it, pull. That's it, boy. Come on. Good boy. That's it. Good girl.
With Chippy, the work he does here is really important, but it's not, you're not going to see great gains with these children. It's really important that things move very slowly and they learn very slowly. So what seems to us like major achievements, to other people might seem like only a very small thing.
Chippy. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, tell him to get in. That's it. Good boy. In you go. In, Chippy. Now we have to tell him to sit. Sit, Chippy. What do we tell him to do now? Tell him to drop. Or sign. Drop. That's it. Lovely. Cups for
Probably the highlight for Luke is actually the sensory experience of wetting Chippy, putting the shampoo on Chippy and then giving himself a bit of a shampoo at the same time, because that's the level at which he's functioning, at that very sensory level.
Come on, Nicholas. I think we might start rinsing Chippy, hey?
I entered the competition with Chippy because I felt that he was a very, very worthy candidate. I have children who ask me during the week, when is Chippy coming in? They look forward to his company, and I think that's pretty lovely, because there aren't too many special things that happen sometimes in the lives of some of our children, and for them to be looking forward to a very positive event during the week is pretty special.
Oh, love, Chippy.
Hi, I am William Siles, and this is my dog Max, the most versatile dog in the world. Look happy, Max. Look sad, Max. Look overwhelmed, Max. Look underwhelmed, Max. Look sleepy, Max. On guard, Max. The essence of Max may well be in his appearance, but there's a lot more to him. We go jogging together. He loves to go surfing, but there's no doubt about his two favorite activities. This is his second favorite. This is his favorite. Oh, come on, Max. We're going to be a bit late there.
But don't be fooled. Behind the Basset mask is one smart dog, which enjoys having people love him for his sublime nature. William's an entertainer who has worked with Ringling Brothers Circus and the Lido in Paris. He still works predominantly in Europe, commuting from the family home in Queensland. This isn't quite the Lido, but in Australia he loves entertaining at local homes for the aged. So although William may know better, for Max an audience is an audience, and they've forged a routine together.
I would like to introduce to you my partner Max, a finalist in Lucky Dog Great Australian Dog of the Year, and that's why I'm wearing this t-shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, he's very, very talented. It's not what he does, it's how quickly he responds to the commands. Go! He's getting warmed up. Go! I don't know what's wrong with him. Yes, bow. Good boy, good boy. Whoa, aquí, venga. Oh, ven aquí. Boy. Yes, quédese. Habla, habla, habla. Hey, no. Arriba, 4. Yeah. Run.
When he's not showing off his comedy talents, Max likes nothing more than playing find the ball with the Siles girls, Emma and Jessica.
Buen chico, buen chico.
I like his cuteness. He's so cute. His little face and his nice silky ears. We've been doing some home videos because Max really does think he's a star. And here it is. Boy, are they fun. Isn't that good? This is our shell that we always use. We love
Well, that was a terrific home video. Who took all the pictures?
All of us.
Really? I think you got a career in television coming up. Now, I can honestly tell you, I don't know what's happening next.
Well, we have to go down to Sydney to meet Hooch, and that's a very long way.
Oh, yeah.
So you better get going.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. Bye.
Bye. Here's Alan in Sydney with Hooch and Sean.
Oh, sorry that took so long. You know what Sydney traffic's like. Well, many thanks to Emma and Jessica up there on the Sunshine Coast with Max. Now, if you've seen the Lucky Dog commercials with the scuba diving pooch, then you've seen Hooch. And here she is with her owner, Sean Herbert. G'day, Sean, how are you? And you must be Pooch, gorgeous. Now, Sean, I can't believe that Hooch actually really went scuba diving. It must be a trick of the camera, right?
No trick of the camera, it's legit. She's got her own scuba gear here. She's got a little air tank, a little helmet. I was scuba diving, take Hooch out on shore dives and she'd stay on the beach. But the problem was she didn't stay on the beach. When I went into the water, she followed me in and kept trying to sort of duck dive down.
Because she's in the Lucky Dog television commercial, Hooch isn't one of our finalists, but she's certainly great. Could be going to the moon, couldn't you, Hooch? Thank you, Sean. Great to meet you. Well done, Hooch. Well, Hooch truly is an amazing dog. I knew you'd enjoy meeting her. But now it's back to our finalists. And the next one is Jackson from the Adelaide suburb of Marston. Now, Jackson's story is a very touching one. And here's his owner, Liz Stewart, to give you all the details.
This is Jackson, and I think he's a very worthy contender for the Great Australian Dog of the Year. He's very well behaved, very good natured, and of course very handsome. But there's another reason why Jackson has earned a very special place in our hearts.
Meet Irving Loveridge. He's lived in the same house in an Adelaide suburb for 74 of his 75 years. He has no immediate family, and the friends of his childhood moved on long ago. Enter Jackson, a four-legged Good Samaritan, 73 years Irving's junior. Jackson seemed to sense Irving's isolation and started paying him social calls. Before long, the two were best of mates.
Well, he's a good companion, he put it that way. I look at him as a friend better than a lot of the people around here.
Jackson's given Irving a purpose in life. He's given Irving someone to love. So he's gone from being someone who would shy away from all contact with people to someone who is quite comfortable with it now.
Hello, Irving, come in. Hello, Jackson. How did he go at his walk today?
He goes 95% today. He plays.
Now Irving's a regular visitor to families in the street, particularly to Jackson's owner, Liz, and her family.
Hey, can I have this? Who you want it?
That's his lunch.
You spoiled him.
Neighbour Diane Wellington has watched Irving's transition from across the street.
Jackson's brought him right out of himself. He's really out and about, down the park, talking to people he wouldn't necessarily have seen, come across in the past.
Irving's become very proud of his canine friend and says the best times he and Jackson share are during their regular walks.
They all admire him everywhere he goes. He's admired by everybody. He's good-tempered. The same with children. Whenever you take him out and there's a mob of children, he wants to play with them all the time. Come here. They want to take you a photo. They might give you a big tenner for Lucky Dog Tucker, eh?
I love sharing Jackson with Irving because I can see the joy that Jackson is giving Irving. It's wonderful for both. It's wonderful for Jackson and Irving. It's a two-way thing.
I'm on my way to meet a wonderful dog named Jessie. The story of how Jessie and her owner Kerry Norton pulled through adversity together is an amazing one. But in the meantime, here's an unconventional painter's apprentice named Joffa. Joffa's a Border Collie Kelpie cross, and the human who thinks he's Joffa's boss is Michael Harper.
I bought Joffa as a 6-week-old pup, and he came to work inside our overalls, and he used to bring the ball to us on the job, and we decided that we couldn't have him bringing the ball on the job, and we needed him to be a little bit more active, so we taught him to start bringing back the duster brush. Oh, man, go and get the duster brush. And from there, we probably taught him to bring back a different tool every week, and lo and behold, before we knew it, there was about 10 different tools that he knew, and we knew that when we got to a job that we didn't have to unpack and bring out all the tools ourselves, and he just brought them to us as we needed them. And after about 3 years, he'd finished his apprenticeship and was a fully fledged painter, as we'd say. So, yeah. No matter what time I could get up in the morning and come out, as soon as he sees me put on those overalls, it's almost like a smile comes across his face and he just wants to be at work. He's pretty well liked by a lot of clients on the jobs too. There's one particular job I know that one of our clients was giving Joff a little bit of filet mignon for lunch while we got a glass of water. So he gets a little bit of preferential treatment every once in a while on the job. He spends a lot of time whilst we're up on the ladder doing work, having a bit of downtime. Usually sort of mid-afternoon he'll have a bit of a snooze and sleep, but as soon as you need something he's pretty well alert and ready to get up and going again. And he certainly knows when pack-up time comes around because he's there waiting for a job. The first time I noticed Joffa had an ability to climb ladders, I was working on a 2.5-storey building one day and I was painting a chimney up on the roof, and lo and behold I turned around and there he was standing next to me. For about a week I carried Joffa down off the roofs. So I taught him to come down step by step. Doesn't matter how high he is, how high the ladder is or how high the house is, he doesn't suffer from vertigo and he's very steady on his feet coming up and coming down. When I used to purchase paint, I always kept the checkbook in the glove box, and just to kill the time while we were sitting in busy traffic, I taught Joffa how to open up the glove box and get the checkbook out, which wasn't such a great idea because every once in a while I'd be walking up the street and lo and behold Joffa would jump out the truck with the checkbook in his mouth. So I put a bit of a stop to it and started keeping the rope in there, which is a lot more sensible than having the checkbook in there.
Even though the vet had told us that we got the runt of the litter, you know, he's just worked out fabulous. He's one of the family and he gives as much love back to us as we give to him, yeah.
Let's go home.
Horsey ride home? Come on, let's go home.
Come on, Joff, here. Good boy. Want a horsey ride?
Tell me, Kerry, in the car,
Yeah.
what did Jess actually do during the
She
accident?
actually was in the back seat and jumped forward, knowing that the car was going to hit the truck. Jessie jumped in and threw herself on me and took all the impact away, like an airbag. That's what the police said. It was like an airbag for me, and took all the injury and just sustained them, I suppose. Yeah.
You're convinced she did that on purpose?
Oh, I'm absolutely convinced, because my husband, for one, didn't let dogs in the front seat, and for two, I've got the claw marks indented in me from where she jumped and fell on me.
So she put her own life at risk for you?
Yes, she did. And I thank her for the rest of my life for that.
Yes, I'll bet.
And it's the only link I've got really left, is the dog. So, she means the world to me.
In 1997, the Norton family were driving through Gippsland in Victoria on their way to a weekend away when their car collided with a logging truck. Tragically, Kerry's 4-year-old daughter Shani and husband Rick were killed. Kerry was in Melbourne's Alfred Hospital for months with life-threatening injuries. Now she and Jessie are inseparable.
Before the accident, she was mainly my husband's love, and I went for the walks, but now we love one another, and You know, I sit, if I want to cry and all that, I will sit with her and we sit outside and we just cry together. And to be honest, people don't think dogs cry, but I can see it in her eyes. The first time in the car, she was frightened, scared. I had to convince her to get in. If I show her a photo of my daughter or my husband or a video or whatever, she just cowers and goes into another room. Especially as she lost her partner as well, her little dog friend as well, that they were partners for 9 years, so.
And now she's got little Bronte to keep her company?
Yeah, she's got another little dog and I brought her that and that's livened her back up and thought, even though sometimes she thinks, oh, please leave me alone, but... How are you? Good, how are you?
After the accident, it was Fiona Irvine who nursed Kerry through the highs and lows of her ordeal.
Kerry was one of the only patients that I've actually ever cried with, especially like first meeting her dog downstairs. She was very emotional and she had a few tears, and being next to her I was a bit emotional too, but Jessie had a big impact on like not only like effectively saving her, but in her recovery as well, healing her, having her there as companionship, I think had a big impact on her.
Kiss, kiss. Oh, that's a girl. Big sloppy one. Like all our dogs, Jess has got her own very special short home video. Well, beautiful Chippy here was our second finalist in the competition, and just between you, me and the gate post, I think you did pretty well, Chip. At the end of the program, we're going to revisit our 12 finalists, and you'll be invited at home to vote for the Lucky Dog Great Australian Dog of the Year. You'll do that by ringing your phone number and nominating your favourite dog. But right now, we're going to meet the second batch of 6 finalists, and first off the rank is Scruff. Scruff's in Tassie and lives with the Smith family.
We've had Scruff for nearly 7 years now. I adopted him when he was a year old from the local dogs home, where he was Dog of the Week, and normally that's their last chance of survival before they're put down. So I turned up at the dogs home and I adopted him. He cost me $20 and he's now a big part of the family. He was in really bad condition. He was starved and bashed. He had fleas and he weighed 12 kilos. He should have been between 19 and 21 kilos. Took him home and gave him a big bath and he hasn't looked back since. The RSPCA hold a charity fundraising walk and I normally do it in uniform. And one year I decided that I'd make Scruffy a uniform as well. Morning, Sarge.
Good morning, Constable Smith, and I notice you've got Special Constable Scruff with you this morning.
Yes.
Reporting for duty, that's great. Duties today will be in the community relations area. As the adopter cop for the Sacred Heart School, would you please take Scruff with you and bring some joy and happiness to the children down there and spend some time with them?
Will do, they'll love it.
Scruff's become quite famous, really. Fiona has gone out of her way to use Scruff over a period of time in going to the elderly and to the school for Adopt a Cop. And during the Christmas parade last year, and he's becoming well known now, and I think it's good for Tasmania Police. And that's why I considered to make him a special constable.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, Constable Fiona.
And I've brought Scruff along with me again today. Today we're going to have a little talk about stranger danger. No other dogs in Tasmania Police do what he does with you now, and you can see he's very well behaved. He loves all the attention.
Scruff is a wonderful dog to have around the school community, and he brings them alive, those that are shy and reserved. We just love his visits.
Bring the paper and on tape.
Scruff and I started visiting the home for the aged between 2 and 3 years ago, and he's a really welcome visitor up there. Hey, we'll visit Len. Here we go, Len. I brought Scruff to visit you.
He knows me now, but no, don't you?
He does. He's been here often enough. There's an old man up there who's nearly blind and he can't really see anything, and he feels Scruff and his face just lights up.
Come on, darling. Ah, you
We saw Fiona Smith take Scruff to a nursing home, but animal contact is so beneficial to physical and emotional health that the Sydney-based Delta Society has established its own pet therapy scheme. The Lucky Dog Delta program trains and places dogs like Alan Grace, seen here visiting 90-year-old Florence Nichol.
From the moment I bath them, they know they're coming here, they get really excited, they're constantly running to the door, looking at it, can we go now, sniffing at their leads.
Even though Alan Grace aren't finalists, they're doing a great job.
Well, we look forward to seeing them, and I think they're beautiful. They let us know that there's animals in the world and they must be loved the same as us. People were as loyal as what dogs can be. The world would be a different place.
The Tambourine region is seen as a real escape from the glitz of the Gold Coast. Not far away, but another world altogether. It's stunning countryside, but deceptively dangerous, because behind the beauty is dense bush and a trap for the unwary. And so it was for 8-year-old Sean Coggan. It all started out like many other evenings. Sean walking with Nugget, up to the back of the property and into the national park.
I called for Sean and the dog, and neither one of them came. And I knew that if the dog hadn't have come when I called her, that's when I realised something was wrong.
If he's got the dog with him, because that's a good sign. If the dog turned up here without him, then I'd be worried.
The father had rang in after a subsequent search by the local rural fire brigade. We then coordinated a major ground search utilising park rangers, the police, the search rescue helicopters and our local SES together with the rural fire brigade. We had about 80 to 85 members on the ground.
It's an area of waterfalls and rugged cliffs. But no one realised that Sean and Nugget had wandered to within metres of a sheer drop to the river.
By the time 8 o'clock came, I was beside myself with worry. I really thought we'd lost him.
And all you could see was lights going through the bush everywhere looking for him, and all you hear was Sean, Sean, and just spotlights, and Shell was crying, and I was pretty emotional myself.
And I was just sick, literally sick to the stomach with worry.
Travelled about a good, I think, 2-3 kilometres in, down fairly dense bushland. And we started to just call out from time to time, stop the car so they could hear any responses. And we got a fair way in when finally we got a bit of a response. We couldn't make out initially what the noise was until we could get closer towards where we heard the sound. And at that stage we could hear a dog barking and we called out Young.
We managed to get voice contact with Sean after the Nugget had woken him up. Nugget was very protective of Sean actually. When I got close enough that he could actually see me, his first reaction was to protect Sean. Sean reassured Nugget that we were friendly and that we were the people they wanted to see, and Nugget settled down after that and kept his distance but followed us.
Once they got back to the car, Nugget was quite happy. He saw the open door and he was the first one in. So he was quite willing to get back to home. It was a freezing night for him, and I dare say they were quite hungry by that time of the evening too, which was around about 1:30 in the morning when we did find them. Had Nugget not have gotten on top of him and kept him warm, I have no doubts that he would have suffered some form of hypothermia on the night. As it was, he come back quite well, quite safe. So it was very lucky.
Linda, and this is my dog Harry Stanley Vivian Campbell, otherwise known as Harry. I work with people with intellectual disabilities for the City of Whitehorse, and Harry loves to come along every week and go out on outings with the guys, go into the garden and just hang around and be loved.
Losing his front left leg in May after an accident was just one of a series of events which, had he been a cat, would have used all 9 lives.
Harry's 11 years old now, but I got him when he was 3. He was given away free to a good home. He'd had an abusive background. He was quite scared and timid when I got him. But he's come a long way, and I think being around the guys here has just been wonderful for him and for them. And Jeff, my boss, can tell you a bit more about that.
Harry's been a real benefit to our guys that come to this service. A lot of the guys grew up in institutions and didn't have the opportunity to have a pet or anything. And having someone like Harry come along on a regular basis, the guys have got to think of animals as friendly and fun to be around rather than being scared of them. Because a lot of them were scared of Harry when he first started with us, but now he's sort of like part of the family and he's just a lot of fun to have around.
I still love looking at photos of Harry when he had 4 legs. It just seems like such a long time ago. Having his leg amputated certainly wasn't the worst thing that's happened to Harry, although you would think so. He was brutally attacked defending my home while I was out one night, and I got home to find him covered in blood, which was pretty devastating. It's been a long road back to where he is now, relaxed sitting here on this couch. Harry was pretty much left for dead, just cuts and bruises all over his head. The attack on Harry, the bashing, was just completely senseless. I'll never understand it. I can't believe somebody could do that to an animal.
Well, when Harry got here, he was in a pretty bad state. Hi, Linda, you want to come in with Harry?
Yep, thanks.
How's Harry been? You gave up a really good fight. I'd hate to be the guy that tried to get in. He's certainly a hero dog in my books.
Wait, hang on. Oh no. No, there are some things that dogs definitely do better than humans. As my dad said, why get a dog and bark yourself? Trouble is, where would I find a decent sheepdog around here?
Hang on with the bumps. Hang on the bumps. Missy goes everywhere with us in the cart. Everywhere with me, she goes everywhere with everybody, actually. And the reason I entered her in the competition was because she's such a beautiful dog. She's kind and sensitive, and all of the 4 of us get some sort of therapy out of her. Come on, Missy, work to do. Missy's unusual because she is a multi-skilled dog. She's a working dog and she's a pet. She can go out there and do the work. She's a different dog when she's in the paddock. When she's going out to work, she doesn't see anything or anyone else. But when she's a pet, she's just with us as part of the family. Come round. Stop. Get over.
Oh, I just like her as a work dog. She's just so steady, you know, especially with the ewes and lambs. They need to have a really steady dog to work, and she knows her commands. Tom taught her, but she's just saves you so much work. She seems to know with the ewes and lambs, like she really loves lambs, you know, when they're just born, that sort of thing, and she'll sort of go up to them and nuzzle them and that sort of thing. She's got a really soft spot for other animals.
Push him up.
There's about 240 in that mob, so we'll be able to get them ready.
Do you want to drink milk, Missy? You get your dish? Go and find a dish. Good girl.
When we go in for smoko or, you know, have a break, I think it's really good that, you know, we give the dogs a bit of a feed and a bit of milk, whatever, and have a bit of a mess around with them, you know. Everybody relaxes and it's good. Oh, well, they say that you shouldn't you shouldn't have a working dog and a pet, but I mean, she's proved all that's wrong. But I think she works a lot better for us, you know, being a pet, because she'll do anything you ask her to do, she'll do it. It's important to give them a break, and we have a bit of a mess around, because I think when she's working she gets very intense on the sheep and what she's doing, and it just relaxes everybody, even ourselves as well.
Oh, she's kind, she's gentle, she's caring. We've all got a reason why we like her. I like her because she's always with me and she's there for me sometimes when I need her. Tom has her as therapy from study. Graham doesn't mind yelling at her occasionally in the paddocks either.
Well, from our pictures you can see what a beauty Missy is. Let's have a look at the shearer's home video. Go, get in. Good dog. It's something I've always wanted to do. As I said earlier, there are some things that dogs do better than humans. But there's one dog in Sydney, Leo, who's pushing the point. This dog actually talks. I think he's after my job. Let's have a look at the video created by his owner, Richard Howard.
Hello. You say I love you? Hide! Dog catcher's gone now, it's cool. Come out. Over! Now back! Cut. Yeah, that was a good one. I first met Leo in an inner city suburb of Redfern. He was living in a slum area. And when he spotted me, he popped his little head up. I got him, and it was like he was on this weird quest to get to my car. Okay, we've got that one down, so write that one down. So it's all working out fine. Oh, look at you. Isn't it?
Look at you.
I love you too. All right, shake on that. Within a week of having him at home, I had him sitting, begging, waving, staying, roll over, the basics. So it was just a natural progression to add to it. Anyway, I soon found to my amazement that I could give him complicated commands and he would actually carry them out in order given. For example, Leo, can you go and get my wallet off my bed and give it to Joe? Go and get your wallet. This way. All the way. Pick it up. What? What?
Good boy. Good boy, Leo. Thank you.
The trick is, because they've got no vocal cords, they have to regulate the airflow. So in order for him to get a word out, he has to have a full lung full of air. Do you love me? I love you too. Well, I can actually point to an object and say, could you pick that up and put it in the bin for me? And because he understands pointing, and I point to the object, he'll go over and pick up the large stick and walk over and drop it in the bin. So he actually does help me out at work. Good boy. He actually monitors conversations for key words that might have some relevance to his world. Leo, where's the pillow? Get the towel. Where's the frisbee? Din-dins, get your bowl.
What you're seeing could well be part of Leo's audition tape. Well, thanks for giving us the chance to meet Leo, Richard. He's a great dog, with a great turn of phrase. Well done, mate.
Thank you.
And now, let's meet the last dog in the Great Australian Dog of the Year. And this is also a bit of a love story. This is about Tango's unconditional love for his young master, Matthew Hoffman. Let's hear from Lynn, Matthew's mum. She's in Curra, near Gympie in Queensland. And she's going to set the story for us.
Just talking to my sister Carolyn on the phone, and Matthew actually walked through the house and said to me, Mum, can I go and get the bail? And I said, yes, I saw no reason why he couldn't. And he just started to go out the door and down the stairs, and I continued talking to Carolyn. And the next moment, I heard this amazing blood-curdling scream, and I just dropped the phone. I ran out the door, and after I heard the scream, and I just came to here, and this rail wasn't here, I jumped off the edge of the rail. I ran through here, Matthew was bawling. I grabbed him. I saw the snake. I saw Tango fly in, and she grabbed it, shook like anything. The snake, bits of the snake went everywhere. I ran through here, and I just raced up to Tango, and I watched the snake as it was just writhing around still in pieces. Bits of it were moving, and I grabbed Tango, and I just gave her the absolute biggest hug.
When I saw Tango grab it, I was like really happy that she's just saved my life and she's just one top dog.
I have no doubt in my mind that when she killed the snake, she knew exactly what she was doing. She's constantly with Matthew. When he was young, just walking around the place. And as far as I'm concerned, I always reckon she's always got her eye on the kids. It only actually took me a couple of seconds to decide I was going to enter her in the competition. As soon as I opened the page and saw it, I went, Tango, she's a great dog. And I thought she deserves some sort of recognition for all the things that she's done for our family. As far as I'm concerned, but the main thing was saving Matthew with the brown snake. Tango, kiss the horse. Tango, kiss the horse. Kiss the horse. I finally got round to pasteling the animals which mean the most to me in the world, Tango and Randall. And I've had them both for a fairly long time. Not only do I love pasteling, but we've been really busy with the home video. And here's our home video of Tango. Hope you like it.
And now it's time for you to vote for the Lucky Dog Great Australian Dog of the Year. And here's how you do it. We're going to put up pictures of our 12 dogs once again. Each time we put up a picture of a dog, it'll have a number corresponding to that dog. When you're ready to vote, you ring the phone number at the bottom of the screen and give the operator the number corresponding to your favourite dog. It's as simple as that. So here we go. Here are our 12 finalists again. And don't forget, write down your number. Everyone who votes for one of our 12 finalists on 1902 552 004 can go into a draw to win $1,000 cash. Our phone lines will stay open until midnight tonight, so good luck. In addition, we have a website address at www.luckydog.com.au where you can find a summary of the 12 finalists and where you can also vote for your favourite. On Australia Day 2000, the winner will be published in selected major newspapers and featured on our website. So, did you make your choice? On Australia Day 2000, I'll be here at Darling Harbour presenting the winner of the Lucky Dog Great Australian Dog of the Year competition with his or her prize. Now, after watching our show, you might think, I've got a Great Australian Dog of the Year sitting at my place. Or you might have entered this year and missed out. Well, don't worry, you've got to be in it to win it, so you can enter again next year when the competition's even bigger and even better. And to all our dogs out there who missed out this year, I've just got to say, we'll see you later. Thanks for watching.
8 o'clock Tuesday, meet Jenny and Kent. They're best friends and hitting LA in a big way. 10's brand new comedy, Jenny, premieres 8 o'clock Tuesday on Channel 10. Coming up next, Michael J. Fox stars in Back to the Future 3.